Hello dear children, welcome back to science class. In our previous class, we have learned about aquatic animals and also their adaptations, isn't it? I hope that by now you all know what are amphibians, arboreal animals and also aerial animals. We have learned their adaptations too. So in today's class, we are going to learn about the adaptations of some other animals depending upon the food they eat. Let us see that. There are some animals that eat only plants and plant products. So such animals that eat only plants and plant products are called herbivores. Some of the herbivores are, as you know, cows, buffaloes, rabbits and deers. So these are the animals that depend only on plants or plant products for their food. Therefore, they are called herbivores. Now, let us see what are the adaptations of these animals. These animals generally have got a very sharp front teeth. We know front teeth is called as cutting teeth. So, they use this sharp front teeth for biting their food. These animals also have got a very strong back teeth, that is the grinding teeth. So, they use their strong grinding teeth to chew the food. There are some other animals that feed only on the flesh of other animals. So, such animals that eat only flesh of other animals are called carnivores. So, as you see here, some of the carnivorous animals are lions, tigers and wolves. As you see here in all these pictures, these animals feed on the flesh of other animals. So what do you think is the adaptation of these animals so that they can eat the flesh of other animals? Yes, generally carnivorous animals have got a sharp tearing teeth, otherwise called canines, as you see here in this picture. They have this sharp tearing teeth so that they can eat the flesh of other animals. Apart from herbivores and carnivores, there are some other animals that can eat both plants and also the flesh of other animals. So such animals that eat both plants and flesh of other animals are called omnivores. Some of the examples of omnivorous animals are, as you see here, crows. Yes, crows feed on flesh of other animals and also they eat plant or plant products. Do you know that we human beings are also omnivorous animals? Yes, we also eat both plant products and also we feed on the flesh of other animals, isn't it? Yes, likewise, bear is also another example of an omnivorous animal. As you see here, they feed on both plants or plant products and also on the flesh of other animals. So this special feature that will help them to feed on both plants and also on the flesh of other animals is that they have a sharp and strong teeth. So this sharp and strong teeth in omnivores will help them to feed on both plants and also on the flesh of other animals. Now we have learned about herbivores, carnivores and also omnivores. Now let us go on to see something interesting. Have you ever been bitten by a bedbug? Or do you know what kind of animals these are? Now look into this picture here. This is a picture of a bedbug. We know that bedbugs live on our body and they suck in blood from our body, isn't it? Yes. So such animals that live in or on the body of other animals are called parasites. Now look into this picture here. This is a picture of lice. We know that lice also live in our body and they suck in blood from our body. So such animals that live in or on the body of other animals are called parasites. There are some other animals that can feed on dead bodies. Do you know which are these animals? Yes, so these animals that feed on the flesh of dead animals are called scavengers. As you see here, vultures and hyenas are some examples of scavengers, which means these animals, they eat the flesh of dead animals. We will now learn about adaptations of some other animals. Now look into this picture here. Have you ever seen something like this before? That is a huge group of birds flying in the sky, moving from one place to another. Do you know why do these birds move especially in a huge group like this from one place to another? Let us learn that now. Now look into this picture here on your right side. You see the picture of a bird, isn't it? Yes, this is called a Siberian crane. This Siberian crane, as the name says, belongs to the place Siberia. Generally, Siberian cranes can survive in extremely cold places. But these birds, they cannot survive in the cold winter season in their native place. So during the cold winter season, these birds, they leave their homes and they fly thousands of kilometers and they move to a warmer place. They do this in search of food and shelter. Once the cold winters ends in their native place, these birds will come back to their own native place. Not only Siberian cranes, but there are also other animals that regularly move from one place to another. So this movement of animals from one place to another in search of food and shelter is called migration. Now, let us go on to see some interesting adaptations in some other animals. Now, look into this picture here. Do you notice an insect here? Or have you thought that all that are present here are leaves alone? Some of you would have left it unnoticed, isn't it? Yes, this is because the color and shape of this insect that you see here is just like that of the leaves that are present here, isn't it? Yes, so the color and shape of some animals will help them to merge with their surrounding. This is called camouflaging. So those animals in which the color and shape merge with their surrounding are called camouflaging animals. Just like how you have seen here in this picture. Some other examples of camouflaging animals are, as you see here, zebra, leaf insects, and also grasshoppers. Now, if you observe all these pictures carefully, we notice that the color and also the shape of these animals will help them to merge with their surrounding. Therefore, they are called camouflaging animals. Do you know why do these animals have this special feature in them? These animals have adapted this special feature so that it will help them to protect from their enemies. Now, we will go on to see some adaptations of other animals. An animal called porcupine, as you see here in this picture, porcupines have got sharp spines on its body. So these sharp spines that are present on the body of porcupines will help them to protect themselves from their enemies, like how you see here in this picture. Just like that, turtles and snails, these are the animals that have got soft bodies. So the hard shell that is present on the bodies of these animals will help them to protect their soft bodies. Likewise, have you ever seen a deer running fast when an enemy comes to attack them? Yes, this is because deer have strong legs. So the strong legs in deer will help them to protect them from their enemies. Have you ever got a chance to touch an elephant? What have you observed? Have you noticed that an elephant has got a very hard skin? Yes, elephants generally have a thick skin. So the thick skin in elephants will help them to protect from heat.